So I wasn't really going to vlog about this for a while. But sometimes in life things happen that you don't expect, and it affects you a lot. And that's okay. For me, it's not. It's been kind of hard for me physically and kind of mentally. Sometimes life will throw a kind of curveball at you, and you're like, why? And that's okay to wonder why. But it's also good to remember that everything's going to be fine eventually. So basically, I was before my junior year, so in 2017, I typed this all up, and I just figured I might as well talk about it. In 2017, the fall of 2017 was before my junior year, and the youth of my church decided, hey, let's go to, they did this district activity, kind of like I mentioned at the youth conference, but this was more like just a full day, like, hey, let's go do a fun back to school summer bash thing, like, yay. And the theme was Olympics, because of the Olympics that were happening, Winter Olympics. And so we were supposed to go to the marina, and it didn't exactly work out the way I wanted to. We ended up going to the church and doing that because of scheduling issues, which is totally good, and I like that. It was fun. Actually, it was fun. We ended up getting split into different teams and stuff, and we ended up, it was a lot of fun. We did these different activities, so, like, we had one where we had to, like, life-size charades where everyone had to participate and had to build, like, this thing. We had to build a temple out of, like, chalk and paper and what we were. I remember we made an actual physical temple out of ourselves. And then, we did, there was relays. So, like, you had to, I don't know if you know the game where you have the bucket of water and you're taking the water and you're squishing it out and trying to fill the other bucket. Water balloon, volleyball, that was a fun one because the water balloon would go, and, kickball, that was a fun one. So, we were going through our different games, and we're having lots of fun. It was, like, a lot of fun, like, really. But, sorry. My team, we were going good, we were winning things, and we got to kickball. And because of Okinawa, we live in Okinawa, and anyone who's been on Okinawa knows that Okinawa's weather, it's like zoop, 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 zoop. It can be sunny one minute, rainy the next. Not even like a minute, it could be like 30 seconds. And so it started pouring. I think we were at volleyball when it started pouring, and it was like, okay, you know, we all paused because it started pouring. We're like, you know what, let's have fun with it, it's okay. And we're just having fun with it. And then, you know, grass, it's muddy. And it was like, everyone's like all splish and splash, and it was just all fun. And then it was getting muddy in the field, but it was like, yeah, we can do this, we'll be fine. Accidents will happen, you know, we'll be fine, get back up. So my team got on defense for the kickball, and I noticed that the ball was going up high because the way the kids were kicking it, so that way it didn't like roll in the mud, it was kicking it up high. And there was this youth in front of me, and I stayed close behind him because in case he didn't get it, I wanted to get it, just, you know. He kicked it, the kicker kicked it up high, and the guy in front of me jumped up, and I jumped up right behind him. I wanted to catch the ball, and he didn't catch it, and as he was coming down, well, I didn't catch it either. None of us caught it, it was really funny, but as he was coming down, his arm's flailing, and he slips on the mud. He ends up kicking his arm in my leg, because I was still in the air, and pulling me down with him, pulling me down with him, and I slammed into the ground. This was a very, very strong person. He is very strong. He did volleyball and cheerleading. Very strong person, like, I'm still, like, I still consider the dude friend. But I remember I was laying there for a couple seconds. I went, ah! And then I got up, and I kept going. Because it wasn't that bad. I mean, I was used to getting hurt. I'm someone who likes to push myself. Physically, mentally. I go for the hard classes, AP, honors, sports. I wanted to push myself physically. Like, I want to be strong. I'm someone who doesn't have a lot of patience for myself. And I still kind of don't. So I'm learning how, though. So later that night, I went home and I went to change in my room because I was all muddy and dirty. And I looked in the mirror and I just took my shirt off and there's a bump on my chest. Needless to say, I was kind of freaking out a little. Went down to my parents and they weren't too sure what it was either. And we said we were gonna call a doctor. We thought maybe it was just swelling because I did take a hit. I remember the next day was church. Just Saturday was activity, and then on Sunday was church. And we ended up, I was giving a talk. I remember standing on the stand, and I almost fell over, like I couldn't so much. And then I ended up getting taken down to the branch president's office, and he's a doctor. He was a doctor, and he was really helpful. And he took a look at my chest, like, he was just, like, I had a dress just like this, and so he was able to see it, and he was just looking at it, and he asked me what happened, and he was evaluating. He's probably got some tissue, maybe just inflammation, and he said, okay. I was more calm. Went to school. By Tuesday, I ended up going to the nurse because I was in so much pain. Nurse sent me to my parents, who took me to the hospital. They did x-rays. They did a frontal, but they didn't notice anything different. So they said it was probably just inflammation. Take pain meds. It's like, okay. And then I'm at a couple more appointments, and they're like, it's probably just tissue, and you're probably just tired, and it's sore. And it's probably just a cosmetic issue, so get surgery when you're older. It's like, okay. And they're like, take it easy. I remember I was off for months. I was just, take it easy from not just the doctors. I stopped going to the doctors after a while because they couldn't really do anything for me, apparently, at the time. And I remember I had taken that year off for sports, extracurriculars, so I could focus on my education, which was such a blessing that I did. It was my first time taking an AP class, so I was like, but I remember I was in pain a lot that year. Like, it was just small pain, back pain. I ended up going to FSY over the summer after I went to FSY. And I was still sore. Like, I just thought, I'm never going to get rid of this pain. It's like, okay, I'm going to live with it. And when I went to FSY, I was like, I'm going to live with it. I pushed myself a lot. I ended up rolling down hills, and I was just having fun with everyone else. By the end of the week, I was in the infirmary on the last day. And I remember I was crying a lot because I was very scared. And I got, there was a volunteer there. He was with my mom. My mom was there too. She was volunteering at the conference at FSY, and FSY is for Strength of Youth. By the way, it's another thing for my church. And he does bone manipulation and stuff, and he was looking at it, and he's like, your ribs aren't connected. I was, what? Your ribs are not connected to your sternum properly. I got really scared and sad. And it's very hard for me to deal with that statement. I remember he said, it's gonna be okay. I'm gonna help you. through this. And we started talking to my mom, and we set up appointments about, hey, when we get back after all this, let's do some stuff. I can help you. And I was like, okay. And I remember I was laying there in the infirmary, and I couldn't process. I remember, though, one by one, my friends found me. And they made sure I was okay. And they came in, and they sat with me, and they sang me songs, and they just tried to keep me smiling. Never underestimate the power of friends, honestly. When my best friend walked in, and he was like, you realize I would not have known you were in here because you told no one. The only reason I found you was because your clothes are so freaking bright colored. He was walking by the room and he saw my pink hoodie. There's a couple of videos, I think I'll post them so y'all could see, or photos of me and my friends taking care of me there. But I ended up starting therapy with him, and he's been a great help, honestly. Like, I feel amazing. It's been a lot of help for me. It lessens the pain a lot. I remember we kept doing it, and I remember we missed a couple appointments because of scheduling issues. I go over to his house once a week. And this past month, I haven't been able to, and I've had more pain. And what it was, sometimes I get just pain attacks out of nowhere in my sternum. I remember I was going down to eat something and drink food, and out of nowhere I felt like I couldn't breathe, and my sternum felt like someone was hitting me over and over and over again. I ended up on the ground in the fetal position a couple times. And those are the nights I was most scared. Within the past couple weeks, I've gotten more help. Because it's gotten not worse, but it's not getting better. It's causing me pain. But I'm getting more help now. Because we went back to the doctor again this year, got reevaluated, and this new doctor's like, oh, yeah, last doctor didn't make sense. And so I'm getting referred, and I'm getting more appointments. And my therapist is helping me out again. Still, his family has been a blessing on my life. Like, no joke. What he's done for me has been so amazing. Even if sometimes it's hard because you're manipulating my bones, like they don't always work. There might be more there that we can't see yet. But I've got faith I'm going to be okay, and that's kind of why I liked youth conference that I went to this past weekend. I was reminded that I have people who really care about me. And because of the choices I made in life, everything is going to be okay. That God's going to watch over me. He is. He's sent me people in my life that I needed. He sent me amazing friends. He's blessed me with an amazing family. My only struggle with this is myself, because not being able to do volleyball, not being able to push myself physically, I can't lift a certain amount, I can't push a certain amount, I can't do a lot of exercising. I have to continually watch my posture because I'm leaned over because I'm in so much pain. I have to continually, like, this is natural, it's been hard to remember to be patient with myself, and everyone around me is telling me to be, and I'm thankful for that, because I am my worst advocate, but at the same time, I'm also I'm not hating on myself. I'm just frustrated with myself. I love that all the support and love everyone's been giving me because of this. And I'm reminded that even though I'm struggling a little, it's gonna be okay. Physically, it's been a rough year and a half, but God's gonna take care of me. I guess, and this is gonna be a long video. I see it's about 15 minutes long, almost 16. And yeah, I needed to learn not to push myself and to take time and look and see how blessed I am. So this injury was actually a blessing in disguise too. I take time to slow down, to see everything around me, and to take notice of people, and I realize that there are people who love me. I've known it. I just haven't let them. Whatever you're struggling with, it's gonna be okay. And I'm here for you. You guys know my info's on there. I love you all. Even if you don't watch these, well, I guess I have my last 4 things to say. Eat food, don't forget, eat food, drink water, and get sleep. I love you lots.